Hi everyone, it's Killshot 99 Gaming. This is The Walking Dead Season 9, Episode 12, Fan Reactions Live. Woo! What an episode tonight, man. The spoilers were great this week, but I gotta tell you, seeing this live, watching, it was horror, it was gore. I think that we are being prepared for a major character. You know, they show Alpha. Alpha is eerie as all get out, but that decapitation was, it's been a while since The Walking Dead has shown us something like that. But I got to tell you, there was so much going on in this episode. The Negan, Michonne, Judith dynamic, Eugene kind of changing his role a little bit. The Alpha scene, Daryl sneaking in. Wow. I got to ask you guys. I'm seeing a lot of thumbs up right now. A lot of people are agreeing with this. Number one, I want to thank you guys. It's our last stream of the night, and we got a lot of stuff to talk about. I know some people are going to want to talk about the Daryl beta fight next week, but we're going to save that for tomorrow as much as we can. We're definitely going to do a stream at 8 o'clock tomorrow night and talk about that. But yeah, it was gruesome, wasn't it? So I'm going to ask you guys for your follow-up rating. I saw many of you about an hour or so ago, and I saw some people with some 8s, some 9s. Give me, from a 1 to a 10 right now, what is your rating? I'm going to say tonight's episode, I don't do it often, not quite a 10. It was a 9.5. It was close. It was good. It was good. But I'm saving that 10 because that might be next week. But it is definitely above a 9. Tonight had some good stuff. We got to see Gracie tonight. We got to see Beta and Gracie both in the same episode. Yeah, we got a lot of people coming in the door. We're going to get an early start because I know a lot of you want to get over and watch Talking Dead tonight. So, most shocking. Those of you that did not hear the spoilers, I want to know what you were most shocked by. If you had to react to one thing tonight, those that joined the spoilers and talked about the spoilers, what was your most shocking moment? Because even though I knew a lot of what went down tonight, there were still a few details that were very interesting. And you're right. Tommy Manbun is telling everybody, pike the like button. Beta Chosen One says, yeah, I'm thinking about that decapitation, and it's still giving me cold chills. Just like, and then just casually hands the head over to the guy. And I knew it was going to happen, but I just didn't know how I was going to view it and how I was going to take it. Above Ground Ruler says, Beta is cool. He's very loyal, I will tell you that. Yeah, Daryl was like, Daryl even whispers in a grunt. Come on, we got to go. It's like, yeah, I guess Daryl is a natural whisperer. I got to tell you guys, though, I felt something happen tonight that I've been going back and forth on all season long. And I'm leaning towards it. Did anybody else feel like Rosita's a goner? Did anybody else get that vibe from tonight? That we see this woman decapitated. We see how much it bothers everybody. We know that Rosita is in this tough situation. And it almost felt like The Walking Dead is not going to have us go through Maggie 2.0. I don't feel like we're going to see a pregnant Rosita. I really don't. I think she's gone. I really think she's gone. Rebecca Mendez, I was on the fence, and I keep justifying it by saying, you know, Tara is probably going to take one for the team. Tara, you know, will die for Rosita. But when I saw tonight's episode, I thought, nah, Rosita's gone, man. I just don't think they're going to show Rosita pregnant, and then I don't think they're going to time skip it. Just saying. American Pride 7777 says, wonder what Whisper's pack is thinking after seeing Civilization and going back to the woods. Revolution. American Pride, do you mean, are they a little bit, do they miss it a little bit? I mean, I don't think so. I think Alpha keeps reminding them that their way of life is permanent and that the other way of life is temporary. That they can't get along. That there is no structure. And I hate to say it, but to a certain extent, it's true. I mean, let's look at what they did tonight. And they did one thing that was absolutely brilliant. They showed how no matter what you have, let me give you a couple call-outs that just really stuck in my mind. The Whispers are skinning, and they're eating worms, and they're eating a piece of fruit here or there. And Alexandria has an abundance of food. Alexandria has all the amenities, and they're disagreeing. And they walk away from disagreements with unsettled issues. Whereas the Whispers, they have a disagreement. They get everybody together. They kill someone. And they have structure. So as much as we hate it and we disagree with it, and you want to fight for those freedoms in Alexandria, it's not working right now. The groups are not reminded. So the writers did an amazing job of showing how this primitive style is truly the way you stay alive, or it looks like the way you stay alive. Now look, our group has stayed alive through some things too, but there's some differences they got to iron out. American Pride with a follow-up super chat says, if I were in the woods for years and saw a civilization with walls, gardening, water, clean clothes, I'd be PO'd. And American Pride, I think that kind of, that's the point I'm getting to, is they've devolved and evolved at the same time. They whisper. They're trying to get rid of all forms of talking. I think, here's the other thing that, have you guys noticed like how easy it is for Alpha just to look at someone and they know what she wants? There's just this eye contact and these slight head gestures, and it's a brand new means of communicating. It's not sign language. It's not talking. It's just gestures, and they get it. They've been doing this for so long that they have this, it's almost like when you watch a football game and somebody can look at someone and you know they're going to go a certain way. And Valar, I do have to give Valar the shout out. She called the beta skinning the Whisperer a month ago, a long time ago. Beta was doing some handiwork. Beta was making some masks. That's his skill. His skill is to put on Alpha's mask, and he's a crafter. Capo from Mars. Alpha put hand out and gets handed fruit. They're loyal. Yeah, it was that, Capo, but so many other things. When they released Luke and Alden, it was just a slight look. When she, kind of nodded her head a little bit to the left, they laid the baby down. Like they know what they have to do at that moment. Sandy C, new to the channel, loved the episode tonight and can't wait for next week. Sandy C, thank you so much. Appreciate you being here. And appreciate you being here and being involved. Those of you that are new to our show and to this group of people, I'm going to tell you, it is an amazing group of Walking Dead fans. And I'm just going to ask you, do me one favor, subscribe and come back and hang out with us. We're doing 15 to 20 streams a week, so you can catch us here 8 o'clock at night, 9:30 at night, 4 streams on Sundays. We are busy talking about The Walking Dead. And we added a couple new streams as well. So we've got some theories, some speculation, some spoilers. You name it, we talk about it. I like to fish. I'm sad, only 4 more episodes. You're right. American Pride, Alpha runs a tight ship. Two completely different styles. But each works. There was a major foreshadowing tonight when Aaron said, I hope we don't regret this. So I'm not going to go line by line because we'll do a recap tomorrow night. But I am going to hit on a couple topics. We got Valar super chatting, says, Kills, I love the look gestures. When she looked at the Whisperer with the baby, she knew what she had to do. And, I mean, I love it. I love how things have gotten extremely simple. But there is a slight bit of hypocrisy in Alpha. And that could be the first sign of weakness. Dead on Leprechaun with his Terra timer. Terra's still in good shape. Dead on, I thought I had the Terra exit strategy, taking one for Rosita. But when I saw Rosita tonight, and I see, this problem is caused with her 3 men, I'm thinking that she might not make it, man. She might not. Danny K, 916, super chat, and it says 3 things, Kills. Number 1, Alpha is officially the biggest B word I've seen. I'll give you that. Number 2, how do you think the Whisperers retaliate? And 3, how will Alpha react to Lydia leaving? Well, we're seeing it. So let me address number 2. How will the Whisperers retaliate? They are going to follow them. I mean, we see next week in the preview that Daryl's already asking Lydia questions. So Lydia is Team Us right now. Because now she's giving out information about the Whisperers when she would not give the Whisperers information about the other group. So I don't think there's any doubt about that. And Daryl says, who's the biggest, baddest one? That's Beta. All right, we'll kill him first. Now, we know that's going to be a problem. And then, as a follow-up to your question, how will Alpha react to Lydia leaving? She's going to want to kill her. There is no additional free pass for Lydia. Lydia's scared, but let me tell you this, she doesn't go back. So Lydia might as well fight against them. Really? Chase Hammond, you got to be joking me, man. Boring episode? I am truly going to say you're in the minority with that opinion. I can already tell you, there's 200 people here that are just going off the rails, giving this thing between a 9 and a 10. Maybe an acquired taste, but it was pretty amazing. And part of what we're going to do is we're going to dig down to each. There are several storylines. And let me, it was minor. It was only a few second exchange. We got to talk about the Judith Michonne. Judith, for her age, she's stealing The Walking Dead. She is, I mean, her acting is phenomenal. Her character is so well written. She's not like just a smart mouth little kid. She is one step ahead of you mentally. Michonne says, Negan's not your friend. Well, obviously. Why are you talking to him? Because he listens to me. And not everybody here does. I mean, that statement in itself was not even adult. It was emotional, intelligent adult. Unbelievable. That 1 minute exchange just, to me, pushed Negan's character even further along. We got Servant Chris. Much love to all, and tonight's episode was great. I agree, Chris. I'm right there with you, my man. Thank you for that super chat as well. Two hands on the radio. Judith had me with, I'm a kid ass. Oh, no doubt about it. And I love it. I love it. So the way the spoilers were portrayed, they were accurate, but, and it could have been the way I read it. It was said that Negan was offering to lead, and that was not what happened. So the spoiler kind of gave the wrong idea. Not hating on the spoilers, it's good information. Negan offered to be a sounding board because he thought Michonne was losing her grip. Totally different than people saying that he was trying to take over. He was not. But I will tell you, when, once again, it's what we see off of camera. He was upset that Michonne is going to close the windows. But when he saw Judith, you could see him. He's like, oh, shh. That was his moment. He came back, probably came back for Judith. But don't underestimate the relationship, the bond between Negan and Judith. Negan wants to help. He wants to show he's different. It wasn't the windows that was the problem. When he saw Judith getting in trouble, he knew that was a problem. And likewise with Judith, when Judith saw that you're doing what? You're taking my friend away from me? And they are friends. It's going to be a problem. Because the more you try to keep them away, I think the stronger their bond is going to be. eBeach72 says, the look on Henry's face, discipline was handed out. Henry was scared. He was beyond scared. I thought we were going to get a Mark with a Negan iron scene type of thing with Henry. But the problem that I have with Henry, and I'm starting to understand his character. Henry he's weak physically, but Henry is, and you guys may not agree with this, Henry is a knight. He grew up in the kingdom. And he acts like a knight. And I finally get it. I finally understand it. And I think if we look at it from that perspective, it's going to change a little bit. Like at first I was like, Henry's character, I don't like it. The acting doesn't seem right. Doesn't seem like they play his character. But he believes in valor and doing the right thing and taking care of her. I mean, even tonight, he's like, I'm not leaving without her. And that's what a knight would do. He's just a knight that can't fight. But you got to give Henry some props. He's in love, and he was stating his case, I'm not leaving without her. And he knew what that meant. I think Henry at that moment knew if Lydia does not go with him, he forced her into making a decision and choosing. So Lydia, I don't like Henry either. But just because I don't like him doesn't mean I'm starting to understand what Ezekiel has instilled in him. And I do think the writers have done a slightly better job than I initially gave them credit for. Initially, I was like, nah, it just doesn't make sense. But if you think about it, if Ezekiel was a child, wouldn't Ezekiel kind of be like Henry, if you think about it? Just let that marinate a little bit, that comparison. So, I don't think Henry's going to make it, but you never know. If he does, maybe he'll grow into Ezekiel. So with that comparison of maybe Henry being a mini Ezekiel, then I respect his character a little bit more than I did just watching him on his own saying, yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it. I understand it a little bit more. All right. I'm going to jump around, man. There was so much good stuff with tonight's episode. If you guys haven't heard yet, this is not a spoiler, and it is a rumor, but if you don't want to know the rumor, step out of the room just for a couple seconds, and then you can come back in. Because I am going to talk about this for about 45 seconds, and I'll put a timer on right now. So it is a strong rumor that could become a spoiler. And after 45 seconds, we won't talk about it again. So you have been warned. If you want to step away from your headphones just for a minute. All right. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay. There's a rumor that's starting to circulate about Sadiq betraying the group. I saw that tonight. I do feel like it's more than a rumor. I think it's fact. Sadiq does not like the way things are going. He was very outspoken at the council. He still has this situation to deal with Rosita and the baby. But he did talk about the fair, and the fair is a big deal, and he has information on the fair, and I think he's going to rat the group out once they get attacked. So just let that, he was backlashing a lot. All right, so if you guys could do me a favor, let's table that discussion until we get into a spoiler stream, because I do think it's going to go from rumor to spoiler. And let's move on just to a couple more reactions, and then we'll get back to Talking Dead. We're going to run about 5-6 more minutes here. So I think Eugene earned some points tonight. We talked about this in an earlier stream. You guys feeling a little bit better about Eugene? I know he was still technical, geeked out, and Eugene, he did say, I even brought along my scoring rubric. So, yeah. I mean, Eugene is trying to do what's right. And even though he's talking to Father G, he broke it down for him and said, you're the luckiest man in the world to be with Rosita. And for that reason, I think, they're starting to look at Rosita as a prize. And in the zombie apocalypse, a prize will be taken away from you. So I'm leaning more toward Rosita instead of Tara. I had it one or the other. And we are going to talk about the sneak peek next week, and I want to see the sneak peek. And I saw it really quickly. Super chat message took too long for it to fit in the chat. That was a long super chat message in. All right, we got to see if Servant Chris has a follow-up. So let me see if you guys saw the same thing I did. I want to make sure I'm not hallucinating. Were Ezekiel and Carol talking to someone who said that the roads belong to them and they have to pay a toll? Is that was a real thing happening, right? I didn't imagine that. Is this the highwaymen that have been rumored? That there is another group and that is their symbol? Okay, just want to make sure. All right. Yeah, I thought I saw that, but I wasn't sure. The dialogue went really fast. Servant Chris says, Henry acts off irrational thoughts that lead to consequential actions. Well, Servant Chris, that sounds like a combination of Ezekiel and Daryl. There you go. Henry is a combination of Ezekiel and Daryl. Because Daryl's got a long history of doing that. Don't get me started on Daryl, please. All right, so we do have confirmation. It's the Highwaymen. It looks like their logo is a stick figure with no head. So the role of the Highwaymen, I don't know that they're bad, except they have their territory and they protect the road. So if you're going to go in their area, you're going to pay the toll. And it does appear like Ezekiel went into their area, took the bulb, and now there is, he owes them something. And I would say it's probably now confirmed that the guy with the horse that looks at Jerry and Jerry looks back in the trailer is a highwayman. So apparently they do get along. But we'll get more on that soon. See, that's a good question. We don't know what the toll is, but they want something. You know, it has a it's a zombie apocalypse, but it has a Mad Max vibe to it. You know, what's important, what can be bartered, what can be traded. So I think there's going to be that element. I think these highwaymen are going to want something. Now, we don't know. Maybe they want horses. Maybe they want, you went into our area. I mean, a horse would probably be a huge price to pay for a bulb. But I've got 300 of you in here right now. So, and some of you are new. And I know a lot of people are watching the playback on this. So if you're watching the playback, I want you to do it. And if you're here, we're going to do this almost every stream. If you guys are hyped about The Walking Dead, the Red Fair, just give me a hashtag TWD Red Fair. It is growing every single week. They had a vote on the fair tonight. They're packing up for the fair tonight. The Whisperers are going to crash this fair, man, like nothing else. And it is our goal, our mission at the 999 Gaming, 999 Army to get Chris Hardwick to say the Red Fair. It is going to be what it's called. And at that point, we're going to know, right? We're going to know this thing is trending. That's what I'm talking about. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Keep on tweeting it. Keep on talking about it. Let's make this thing a reality. All right, we've got about 2 minutes left, and we've already done our survey. We've talked about the show a little bit. So let me make a couple announcements, and I'm going to ask one more follow-up question. So I just want to let you guys know, last week we did Double Shots Week. We were doing 2 streams a night. We're going to keep that going. We had such a good time last week. We had so many topics. We were going to do 8 o'clock streams and 9:30 streams all week long. We are going to push Freestyle Friday to Saturday. And we have a March challenge. It's called March Into the Dead, where I have been challenged not to take a night off from streaming for the whole month of March. So you know what? This is going to be your one-stop shop. Anything you want to talk about with The Walking Dead, you're going to find it in one of our streams. So we got a whole lot of stuff to talk about. I'll be back here at 8 o'clock tomorrow night. We're going to talk about the sneak peek, some stuff that's going to happen, and then we're going to recap some episodes. Of course, we're going to have a Red Fair stream. We're going to do an update with that because every episode we add a different layer to it, so we got some more stuff to talk about. I want to thank all of you guys for being here all throughout the day. This is our 5th broadcast today, so it's been a whole lot of fun. Started really early this morning. I want to thank all the patrons in the top left-hand corner. We got some brand new patrons. You guys can see them up there. If you guys are interested in becoming a patron, there is a link down below. You can see the channel members used to be called sponsors. We got that in the top right. We do have a mod emoji channel, so those of you with your names in green, if you guys could do me a favor and just show us the Tommy Man Bun McCandless emoji. So he is our first moderator. So as we get additional members, we will add additional moderator emojis. So Steph is the next to be unlocked. So we'll probably get to that hopefully within the week. So if you guys are interested in becoming a channel member, then hit the green join button and join us for that. Also, I want to give a special shout out to the moderators. Emmy, Steph, Tommy, Kells did a tremendous job all day long. And also the super chatters. Thank you so much for all your super chatters. And the 999 Army. If you guys can do me a favor, give me a quick 999 so we can roll this thing out. Not going to do shout outs because it's really late and I know everybody wants to get over and watch Talking Dead. But I will see each and every one of you here tomorrow night at 8 o'clock. Thanks, everybody. Had a wonderful day, and I will see you for our Monday broadcast. Peace.